Hello, this is Roshni Venugopal, your 14CS121, and I'll be explaining my Android assignment, that is mail application. So in this, the first thing that we have to do is add three jar files into the library so that it will be used to determine and manage the multi-purpose internet mail extension type files. So that is MIME types type files. So there are three activation dot jar, additional dot jar, and mail dot jar files that will be adding in the library. The next thing I would like to explain is the layout. So I have three edit texts. One is for email ID, the sender's email, the receiver's email ID. Next will be the subject, and the third one, the last is the message edit text, and there will be a send button in the end. So in the main activity.java, the first thing that we'll be doing is that we'll be find view by id all these three editors and the button, and we'll store it in the objects. And then when the button is clicked, what happens is it will invoke the send email method. So the send email method, what it does is, first of all, it will get the strings from uh, get the text from the edit text, and then convert it into string and store it in these string objects, that is email, subject, and messages. Now after doing this, it will be the method, the constructor of send mail dot java class, that is this class that extends the async task class, it will be invoked. Now over here we can see that these three email, subject, and the messages, it will be passed as parameters for this constructor. The object of this class has been made sm, and then sm dot execute. So it will go to this class and it will execute the um, program. So now the rest, okay, now the one more thing that we have to take into notice is that we have to give permissions in the android manifest.xml file, that is here android.permission.internet, because it will be using internet to send the mail. So the next part of the Java coding will be explained by my friend Poonam.
Hello, this is Poonam, UI14CS028, and here I'm gonna explain the two Java files, config and send mail. So here config is for config class we are making. So here we are giving two static parameters, sorry, variables. Variable one is for email, from where we are sending, and the password, so that through this mail we can send text to the other mail. So for that we are giving this class. And for send mail, this class contain all the this is async task class. Okay, so here it's extending async task, so it will do the background procedure. Means when we are sending the mail, or it will means all the process it's executing in function invoking, through that we'll send the means message will be passed to the another receiver. So all this import class we have password authentication for authenticate if it's a people who are logging in, it's a right user or not. And then means transporting means all the multi-purpose email mail extensions and all. And first we have async task with the main class, it contain do background. So do in background function. So we have so first we are creating email, subject, and message. We have three variables here. And for progress dial means dial when all, for that we have one while sending the mail we have one variable. And then we have function, public function called the same class of send mail, and there we are passing all this context, mail and subject in the message. And then we are getting those all this from the initializing the variables, this is the constructor. And then on pre-execute, so pre-execute invokes when we do invokes after we do in background param. So this a type of argument, means it we like it gets the we pass it, means get the value of the background proceed function, sorry. And for first we have pre-execute function, so it will show the process, means while we are sending it will show the process if it's going through. So for that we have message called sending and we have to wait. And then this is what on pre post execute. So after sending, what we'll get means if message is sent, so it will come as a toast. So it will show if message met with an error, then it will show that error, or if it means successfully transferred, it will show the email has been transferred through that message sent. And then we are in this main function. So for do in background, so we are passing this parameter void, and then here we are creating a property with the object or props, and then we have to configure the property for the mail. So our mail is Gmail mail where we are sending. So for first we have host name. So this is the means how it uh, this is the means that's how we have to configure it. First we have to set the host, and then socket number, and then the socket class, SSL socket factory, and then we have to see if the authentication is true or not through SMTP, and then port we have to set 465, and then we have to create a new session, because it when we are passing, so there also it will see if the messenger means it's a right receiver or not. So we are creating a session, and then we are authenticating through that password, and if it met with an error, so we are creating try and catch. So there we are setting the sender address and adding receiver and all the subject what we'll have through this MIE message object. We are getting all this, and then we have catch for that if anything it met with an error or anything. And then so this was our mail application, mail Java mail application app. Thank you.